Many of us, we don't have a direct hand in the production of our food, so we buy our food. And one of the things I thought we would do in this session is take a little time to think about what does it mean to be a consumer who mostly purchases food, and how does that shape the way we think about the food? So, hold out your snack now, or your bag, the remnants, whatever you have. So, first question, how many of you were really excited when you saw those two bowls? You can be honest now, it's okay. You are on film, though. All right? And how many of you said, oh, I don't eat that? Okay, some of you said that. So now, if you have a bag in front of you, just look at it and tell me, what are you feeling right now? Are you feeling, I can't wait to open the bag, but I don't want to make a lot of noise with the crunch? Yeah, you can go ahead. It's all right. Yeah. Crunching is perfectly acceptable. I actually chose the crunchy bag because I thought that would be better. How many of you are a little bit frightened by the bag? Because maybe you read somewhere that some of the stuff in these snacks isn't so good for us. How many of you are saying that this is what a certain class of people might eat? I've been reading a really fascinating book called The Language of Food. It's by a linguist in Stanford, and he argues that we use all kinds of foods and languages about our food to convey the class of people that we aspire to be. Not necessarily the class of people that we in fact are, but we identify with certain kinds of foods. And the people who provide these food products that we love to eat, they spend a lot of time thinking about how we're going to get people like you and me to buy this. And we spend a lot of money to do the research to figure out what's the perfect crunch level, right? We want to know exactly what's the optimum level of salt and sweet. We even play with the names, right? Cheeto versus Oreo. What does the word Oreo sound like? From a linguist point of view, Oreo is inviting, it's safe, it's something you want to luxuriate in. But a Cheeto, it's got crunch, it's got confrontation, it's got edge, right? And linguists have done studies about all these different foods and how they've been named, and it really is about invitation, it's about attitude, right? This is all really fascinating. But now look at the ingredients list on your bag. We're not going to make judgments about whether or not they're good or not. But I want you to tell me, what on that ingredients list do you recognize as food? Cornmeal, okay, good. Vegetable oil. Cheese seasoning. How many things on the bag can you not pronounce? Yeah. Right? Isn't that interesting? Right? How did we get to a position where this is the way our food looks, much of it? That it's stuff that we don't necessarily recognize, and we're not exactly sure what it does. And there's, again, a lot of reasons behind this. But one is that one of the big issues for anybody who works in food is the issue of preservation. If you bake your own bread and if you leave it on the counter for 3 days, what's happened? It's moldy, you can't eat it anymore, but you buy a loaf of bread and it can be on your counter for how many weeks? And there might not be mold. The best example I can think of, though, is a student of mine who, in one of my classes, she brought into the class as a demonstration one of those Twinkie-type Danish things. And she said, my family 3 years ago went on a road trip to California, and last weekend I was cleaning out the car, and under the seat was this, and it looked perfect. Isn't that frightening? It's really frightening.